these years, which have allowed them to accumulate so much power because we were deceived as to who they are and how they operate. And as my promise to you is to demystify or demythify all of the secrets, and I'm going to show them up tonight so you will never be misled as to who's who and what authority they have and don't have. The first thing that's always important to know when dealing with any entity is what is their status. The first thing we always clarify is what is our status. Now that we know that we are Moors, it's important to understand, and the treaty helps us to understand that, it's important to understand what our rights and immunities and obligations are, and what are the rights, immunities, and obligations of others. Now, starting with the fact that this is our land. We hold the highest status in this land of anybody else. Everybody else has a classification of citizenship that is beneath the Moors. And next time I'm going to bring you what that classification list is. There's about 15 different classifications. And your status is dependent upon what you tell somebody. They don't just automatically classify you. They go by the information you give them. Just like you asked a question, you said, well, there's boxes. All right, now if they give you, they make an offer to you to fill out one of those boxes, and you in your ignorance fill out a box that does not apply to you, they have misled you. However, they classify you based upon the information you gave them. If you put on a form that you're an alien, they're going to classify you as an alien and treat you as an alien. If you put on a form that you are black, they're going to classify you as black. They're going to associate numbers, codes on documents, and you don't know what those codes mean. But they mean that you fall into one of those lesser categories of that status and that citizenship, and then they proceed to deny you benefits or privileges based upon the status that you gave them. They don't automatically assume these things. Let's say, for example, one of the guys that works with me, Don, when the people from Dominican Republic, which we know is Cascaya, not Dominica, he's Cascayan, he's not Dominican, because Dominican Republic is a corporate nation state, a private non-profit corporation, and if he calls himself Dominican, then he has classified himself in a status as a member of a corporate body, so then he is a corporate board citizen. But if he classifies himself as Cascayan, which is the name of the country, Cascaya is the name of the country, and he's Cascayan, then he does not fall under the corporate board status. Do you understand what I'm saying? Status is everything. Status is everything. Now, when you apply for a job and you have a certain social security number, what happens when you get that social security card? That's what happened with Don filling out the social security form over in Cascaya, or let me say in Dominican Republic, because Cascaya doesn't have Social Security, but Dominican Republic does. So they fill out the Social Security form for them, and they put on their Dominican Republic, nationality Dominican, and then they proceed to say alien with regard to the United States. They say alien. Then when they come over and he comes here, everything that he gets, every document that they issue to him, his Social Security card, his work visa, his everything has the term alien on there. So when Don crossed over and adopted his noble status as a Moor, I took him back to the Social Security office, and we got that status as Dominican removed from his application, from their computer printout. Because you know, whenever you deal with people, now they have a computer printout, and they have all these little numbers up there coded, and you don't know what those numbers mean. But they know what those numbers mean. The tellers don't know, but the people who work in the internal parts of the administration know what those numbers mean. And when you apply for benefits, you think that everybody who works for Social Security gets the same amount of money taken out of their pay. That's not true. It depends on your classification. It depends on your status. You think that everybody gets the same amount of benefits based upon the amount of salary that they get from Social Security. That is not true. It depends on your status. You understand what I'm saying? It depends on what you tell them, what you put on the form. So when we take people down to Social Security, the first thing we straighten out with regard to Social Security is the people's status. That is so important, because that's going to determine how they deal with you from that point forward. As to whether they deny you benefits, whether they take out a certain amount of money, whether they allow you to cash out, all kinds of stuff is dependent upon your status. I'll tell you something else, because I happen to be after Bell Atlantic right now. I'm going to use them. And Bell Atlantic, the phone company, you think everybody pays the same rate for phone service? That is not true. It depends on your status.